Oh yeah, friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of Captain Coleslaw Outdoors with yours truly. Today, we're doing a little bit of run and gun smallmouth bass fishing on a small local creek, literally a walk away from my house. Now, a lot of fishing that you see on TV, you see on social media requires big boats, big tackle. Well, that ain't true at all. We are going with a run and gun economy style setup that anybody can do if you want to go catch fish. All you need is a spot where the fish are swimming. I'm carrying one rod, a medium lightweight St. Croix 7-foot. We're throwing little soft plastics on a swivel that aren't going to look too bodacious in this clear creek water. I got a backpack with some lure alternatives in there and water shoes, baby. Oh yeah, look at them legs. I jog occasionally. But the goal is, in this river system, there isn't a plethora of giant fish, but there is a very strong population of smallmouth bass between the lengths of 8 and 12 inches. And this little creek acts like a sanctuary for those young fish that are just a year or two old before they get big enough, and then they migrate out of the small creeks into the larger bodies of water like the main river, which is about 2 miles that way. So we're going to go wade and just hit up the deep holes. If you've ever watched my trout fishing series, we're going to be targeting the same sorts of bodies of water. Deep holes, eddy currents, seams, structure, the whole 9 yards. And we're just going to flip that little grub in there, which is, we're going to just see just how many fish we can catch on this fine day. So, let's get fishing. It's going to be awesome.
So we're putting on our Z-Man TRD worm right here. Literally doesn't look like anything, but it's super stretchy and super buoyant. So as fish eat it, they'll eat it over and over again and it won't destroy this worm off this hook. And as long as we don't lose it in a snag, we should be able to catch a ton of fish. Our best bet is going to be to find some deeper holes further up this stream where nobody else is fishing, and that's why we're going with this run and gun type fishing. That's going to put us in a situation where we're away from the people, away from the pressure. The fish are going to be way less spooky. There we go. Fish. All right. First micro smallie, attaboy. Look at that. That's what we came for. Check it out. Pretty little fish. This fish is probably no more than a year and a half in age, but if we catch 50 of them, what a day we'll have. Most people, if you go out west, you're trying to fish creeks like this for trout. Well, here in Pennsylvania, the water's a little warmer, so this is a bass dominated ecosystem. Now don't get me wrong, there are trout in the right streams where the temperature is lower, but this is a warm water stream, and this is a bass-centered warm water ecosystem. But you catch them and can catch them just like you'd fish for trout. You could fly fish if you really wanted to, but we're out here trying to get bass using this finesse style soft plastic setup. That's all you really need if you want to catch fish and cover a lot of ground and see some awesome terrain. In late summer, these fish get really finicky and they all like to move to the deepest, coolest, most oxygenated spots of the river. We caught one so far, but most of the fish we've seen, even if we haven't caught them, have been small. So we're gonna move upstream and try to push into some water where we know it's a little bit deeper, more likely to hold a bunch of smallies. See if we can't put a pummeling on them. So this hole in here is one of the deepest holes that we've passed all river. And we're just gonna dump into the deep hole on the far side and right here in the middle and see if we can't catch a bass. I already saw a couple small ones, so I don't wanna spook them. So we gotta pursue them very slow. All right, there's one. There we go. Fish number 2. There we go. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay, now that's even better. Look at that pretty colors on that one. It's a blast to be able to do this. Beautiful little smallmouth, fish I grew up on. They're just such a beautiful little animal. I love catching them, and even only at this size, catching 20 of these in a day makes for a whole lot of fun. There we go. Oh, that's a good smallmouth. Oh my. Ooh. Wow, that's a pig. For this river, river, this might be as big as you get them. Wow. That beauty. Beauty bronze back. Oh, shoot. Now that is a smallmouth, ladies and germs. That is a sweet fish. Wow. Oh my. Oh my. That's a good fish. A lot of fun to catch them like that. Oh man, when you get a nice smallmouth, that tug, that pull, the runs, the jumps, oh, it is one of the best fishing opportunities you can do. And you don't need a big boat, and you don't gotta go to Lake Erie to do it. You can do this in small local areas right in your backyard. You just need a good stream. And smallmouth are a versatile and plentiful game fish species. So if you're out on the river and you're trying to find something that's gonna bite, throw on a small soft plastic, just bounce it off the bottom. These Z-Mans work amazing on the smallmouth, and you'll catch fish. We're not done. Let's get a couple more. Man, I don't know what I'm about to pull out of this hole, but it's about to be big. That's just the fishiest habitat. Deep hole, big tree. Someone's gonna be in there who owns the freaking place. Hopefully it's just a giant smallmouth. Immediately something hit. Oh. Oh, he hit a giant. But he's hungry. Hey, if they want to eat, let them eat. I don't care if they're big or small, fat or tall. Let the dogs eat. Let them eat. Who's home? There we go. Who's home? Ah, he's home. There we go. Another little boy, but hey. We'll take all we can. Look at that little crooked. Look at that. Genetically, this guy got some scoliosis. Look at that little scoliosis tail. Hey, good enough to keep living though. Who's living on the rock? Who's eating on the rock? eating on the rock. Oh boy, someone's eating. Who eating? Who be eating? Ah, another one. Another dinker. Yo, 3 in 3 casts. It might be the smallest one since the first one though, but hey, fish gotta eat too. Little guys turn to big guys. This is probably our last hole for the day, but you can see where it's nice and deep right in there. And we're gonna give it a shot. Throw the netty down in there, bounce her around, and see if we can't come out of here with a bass. One last bass, or a couple. There he is. Oh, it came off. Son of a gun. There's a couple fish in there. Here we go. Whew, he freaking pounced on that. Yes, he did. There's another one. Dang. Not the biggest fish, but an explosive hook set. He's got it. Oh my, it's a big one. Oh my, it's a nice smallmouth. Wow, that's a freaking hog. Oh my. Nice. Saw him swimming amongst the suckers. Look at that beauty. This is the one I gotta get a picture with. Oh, woo, yeah. Oh man. Now that is immaculate. That is an immaculate bass. You ain't gonna get it much better than that on this river. You are not. What a fish. The smallmouth bass. So catching smallmouth like this in these small little creeks like this is kind of a seasonal deal. You know, during the spring they're spawning, post spawn they're not really biting hard, but now, like moving into the fall feed, these fish have to get themselves fed up for the winter, so they're starting to really turn on and will for the next 2 months before they kind of go into torpor. So while the going is good, you can fish a small creek and you can catch nice smallmouth just like this guy. They don't get much prettier than this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Captain Coleslaw Outdoors. I had a blast catching smallmouth with you. If you'd like to see more fishing stuff moving forward, like, subscribe, or just find me on Instagram or Facebook. Send me a message. I'd be glad to tell you what I can. So until next time, fellas, shoot straight. Smallmouth rock. For now, that's it. I'm out. Thanks for tuning in.